And back to the Crypto Hulk program. Visa. Yep, Visa has been using crypto 10 billion times to make payments. They're going to eliminate the card eventually, and they're just going to go to virtual cards. But guess what? They're going to start using crypto. That's where this ends up. This is massive. You got Brad Garlinghouse. We're going to start off with that. Brad Garlinghouse is telling us what's going to happen with this Clarities Act. You're already seeing it every day on my news. You're already seeing it. Brad Garlinghouse is just letting the world know institutions will come dumping billions and trillions into crypto. That's what's going to happen. Right now, crypto is really at a very depressed price state, and that's great for accumulating crypto. A lot of people now have accumulated crypto. Now it's time to get greedy and load up and get ready to just dump it all when these laws pass. What you got to do is first get all the crypto you need. Now is the perfect time. Now is the perfect time to get all this crypto that you need. It's so cheap right now. I got guys, one guy got a loan for about 10 grand. He's going to take a loan, stretch it out, because he can't wait 3 years to buy crypto. It's too late by then. What he's doing, he took a loan. He's going to use $2,000 for the lawyer. Crypto Hawk Law Firm is going to use that for that. And then the 8 grand today, me and him went shopping. We wrote down what he would get and how much of each. We talked about pros and cons of different cryptos. Crypto Hawk, what would you buy if you had $8,000? This guy's a little bit light on his crypto. He's new. He hasn't even been in crypto a year. And I came up with a strategy for him. Me and him discussed things, and it made total sense to him because he is trusting me and helping him pick out his crypto. And I would simply buy exactly what he did. If I was in his particular financial situation, he's going to be set up just fine. This guy will have millions and millions. I have no doubt with that. My name is Crypto Hawk. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a crypto advisor, none of the above. I don't know anything about crypto. I don't know anything about financial advice. What I do know is how to use seriously mind-altering, addictive drugs like heroin, cocaine, methamphetamine, LSD, propofol, peyote, 3 gallons of vodka every day. Since I started Crypto Hulk Show 6 years ago, I've been out of 5,000 drug rehabs. It's crazy, huh? So anything that I talk to you about crypto or financial advice, just understand I'm under so much drugs, injecting them, snorting them 24/7. I'm so high I can't even think, all right? That is my legal disclaimer to you. All right. See who we got here. TJ Smith, Chris Sharpie, Michael Gilbert, Hoops Haven is here. AJ Singh, Marcus. We got Coasty, Stu Lavelle. I haven't been sober for 6 weeks. Oh, and he's laughing. Oh my God. Let's see here. Okay, let us start here. I want you to see something that you and me, we all know this. Let's look at this article here. I want you to see what is coming. I don't know when this is happening. I don't really even fucking care. All I know is I'm buying each month. I'm buying cheap crypto. It's the only thing I know. One of these days, that'll all be over. I won't be able to buy cheap crypto. It won't be cheap anymore. That day when that happens, I'm rich. Ripple CEO says Clarities Act will unleash institutional crypto adoption. Now, why is that important? Institutions are going to bring trillions, hundreds of trillions of dollars. It's going to be amazing. Quadrillions. Crypto will bring quadrillions of crypto into this space. right here. I'm going to read it to you. Institutional adoption of cryptocurrency could be accelerated, accelerated by the passage of the Clarity Act, Ripple Brad Garlinghouse said Wednesday. Speaking during the Binance Online event, Garlinghouse said that banks need regulatory clarity. Everybody, listen up. Banks need regulatory clarity. When they get that, oh my God, this is going to be glorious, okay? What you have to do is look and understand at this whole crypto space. If you don't, that's why people get frustrated. See, when you watch Crypto Hulk Show, I break it all down to you. I show you exactly what we got going on. Now's not the time to sell. I don't know what these people are doing out there talking about selling the crypto or staking. That's not even, now's the time to buy. It has never been this cheap. It's glorious how cheap these cryptos are. I absolutely love it, okay? And banks need clarity. That's what Brad Garlinghouse is saying. Why are we listening to him? Because his crypto is mainly the bankers' coins. Oh my God, you gotta love it. If anybody knows about banks, it's Brad Garlinghouse and the Ripple team. They're with all the top banks in the world. There's really no other crypto like that except XRP only. The World Economic Forum, Ripple's always there. These meetings, these private closed-door meetings. Ripple met with the Bank of Brazil behind closed doors. Do you know if another crypto's done that? No, Ripple's in the rooms privately with no other crypto companies. They're with the biggest banks and financial institutions, and there's no other crypto companies in there. Oh, and I don't know what they're discussing, and I don't care. Because one thing I do know is that I'm going to be rich when this thing takes off. I really don't care right now. Now it doesn't even bug me at all. It's because I know where I'm going. I know this crypto space. I know they're buying on dark pools. I'm the one who showed you all this 3 years ago. No other channel was talking about dark pools and private ledgers until Crypto Hulk 3 years ago. You can pull up 1, 2, 3 years ago, and you'll find me talking about Mt. Gox, Jed McCaleb, dark pools. Nobody ever talked about that except Crypto Hulk 3 years ago. But that's okay. Let's continue here. Let's look right here. Banks need regulatory clarity because of the long planning horizons on which they operate, and that it's not enough to have supportive leadership at the Securities and Exchange Commission because that leadership could change. So we need laws because, okay, somebody asked me, Crypto Hulk, could they take off with crypto without laws? Yes and no. It could go up in price somewhat. See, here's the problem. The SEC and all the agencies right now could go ahead and give no action letters, okay? Then if we get a new president that's Democrat, communist, they could undo everything Trump just did. So the banks can't be dumping in trillions of dollars into some stuff, and then we get a new president like, oh, nope. We get like Joe Biden again with Gary Gensler. It would just be a train wreck. Banks can't have that. So we need laws that they really can't undo unless you get a majority. What we need are the Democrats to quit fucking around and vote in the positive, in the affirmative. We need some affirmative action in the Democratic Party. They're the party's always talking, affirmative action, that's what we need. We need affirmative action. These motherfucker Democrats need to vote and get these crypto laws passed. That's what needs to happen. Garlinghouse said the potential for institutional crypto activity is much greater than the current reality. What he's trying to show brand new people that don't know is if you look at crypto right now, it's nothing at all. We don't have crypto laws and regulations. We don't have full tokenization. Most importantly, we don't have crypto laws. So that's why it doesn't mean shit right now. Some little prices go up, so what? Can I go out and buy a Porsche GT3? No. Doesn't do anything for me. Ripple hits $5. I don't fucking care. Ripple hits $10. I don't fucking care. It doesn't do shit for me. Ripple hits $20. I don't care. Ripple needs to start hitting $100, $200, $300, $400. Okay, then I start to care. All right. During the same roundtable discussion at Binance Online, the Solana Foundation president Lily Liu said that the regulation through enforcement under Joe Biden and Gary Gensler could not provide the kind of clarity that legislation can. Everybody, it's all about legislation. I got these Crypto Hulk millionaire in the Future Millionaires program, and they're asking me about dates and times. I'm like, look, man. Well, Crypto Hulk, where do you see in 8 months this crypto? And I'm like, that's we don't ask that question. Nobody can answer that except the people that are running the world. If a channel, if a crypto channel is giving you price predictions and all this stuff, that's ridiculous. We'll have some fun on Grok. And I'll ask you, I don't give price predictions, number one. Grok does, not me. So we have to get that straight. But Crypto Hulk, you had price predictions. I don't give price predictions. I'm reading off what Grok's saying. I don't predict anything at all. I can't predict. I don't know how to predict. That's what Zoltar is. He's from planet Uranus. People from planet Uranus give price predictions. I don't know how to predict shit. What I do is I do research and I report. That's what I do. Research and I report. That's it. I do research. Hey, Grok, given this and that, whatever, where do you think the price will be? I don't give a prediction. Grok does. So make sure you get it straight. Crypto Hulk doesn't give predictions. If you say that, then you obviously have a hard time processing my channel. You shouldn't watch my channel. You're not mentally sophisticated enough to watch my show. I don't give price predictions. Okay. Years ago, when I didn't know what I was doing, 3-4 years ago, probably. But now this whole program has evolved. We are a research and report channel. And that's how we do things here. We don't price predict. The Clarity Act would do the same for non-payment use cases. Regulated financial institutions being able to actually sort of jump into blockchain. So we are seeing banks, look, to summarize all this up, we need crypto laws. So there's really not much going on. Right now, there's crypto companies that are getting set up. That's what I do. Let's look at opportunity. Right now, it's time to buy and invest, get into the right position. That's what we do on this channel. We're not doing anything. We're not selling off. We're not staking. We're not doing anything. We don't have laws yet. How are you going to stake something? You don't even know what it is. So what if you put your crypto into some kind of a fund and you're illegally staking? That's not going to happen to us. So that's kind of what Garlinghouse is talking about. They had this crypto meeting, and it's just we got to have regulations. And the Democrats have to vote. That's what it is. The Democrats have to vote positively on this. They're the ones holding all this up. So let's go here. We got Val Valerian Coasty. Have a burner phone. Robert Driscoll's there. Let's go to the article. Moonpig Glimmer. Let's go right here. Visa. Let's start with the Visa main article. We're going to look at what is perhaps the biggest payment company in the world. What are they doing? Let's look at what is Visa, the biggest Ripple partner Visa, by the way, massive Ripple partner Visa. Visa says 10 billion tokenized payments are just the beginning. The modern consumer more and more demands convenience and seamlessness across their daily lives. This simple singular fact has served as a benchmark for much of the innovation defining payments. And with the news Tuesday that Visa, how old is this article? June 4th. Oh. But what we got, this one's popping up in the news, so we're going to read it anyway. Was that 2 years ago? Son of a bitch. I don't know why payments, that's popping up. On the payments, I'm looking up news, and this sucker pops up. We're going over it, okay? So this is 2 years old. We've got Visa already. Maybe this is popping up because it's important. Obviously, I've got research on this, and I pulled up 5, 6, 8 other slides. Let's go over this. What I'm trying to show you is that they're farther ahead than they want us to believe. Here we got a 2-year-old article. Visa saying they did 10 billion transactions already 2 years ago. Where are they at right now? 50, 100 billion? Let's check into this. And with the news Tuesday that Visa has issued its 10 billionth payment token, embracing payment innovations is top of mind for business interested in meeting their customers' demand. That's because tokenized payments, that's crypto, by the way. Visa using crypto 2 years ago, 10 billion transactions. I wonder where they're at now. That's because tokenized payments, which work by replacing sensitive personal data with a cryptographic key. Visa has already 2 years ago been replacing the normal way that they send us, but now they've been using a cryptographic key, or what's called a token. That is a cryptocurrency token. Visa says it has saved 650 million in fraud last year. So now we're talking 2023. They've already been using cryptographic tokens, Visa, for at least the past 2 to 3 years. Some of you brand new people are unaware of this, and I'm showing you right here. Visa is using a cryptographic key. That's a crypto token. Visa, the biggest payment, and this article's 2 years old showing this. I don't know what's taking so long. Maybe they're testing it out. I have no idea. These security properties of the token enable merchants to embed it in virtually any payment experience. It does its magic in the background in making sure that the good transactions are getting through. Let's see here. For instance, with tokenization, with crypto, consumers can effortlessly use their smartphones or smartwatches to make payments for groceries, for transit, simply by authenticating themselves through a quick biometric scan and a tap. This level of convenience not only meets but exceeds consumer expectations. Now let's look here. This is 2 years ago. Visa says 29% of all transactions, that's 30%, 1/3 of all Visa transactions use tokens. 2 years ago, everybody. Where do you think they're at right now? I'm kind of curious. 2 years ago, we think tokenized payments have the propensity to penetrate some 70% of transactions as a whole. I'll tell you what, Visa might be at this 100%. This is where, like, I'm telling you what, flip of the switch, this is what I kind of feel. They might be ready. Tokenization can unlock a whole new era of personalization and security, one where consumers control their data and approve when and where it can be shared. This is very interesting. All this was going on like 2 years ago. Wow. One of the more significant advancements brought about by tokenization is the increased control it gives consumers over their data. Visa's own recently unveiled data tokens. Consumers can grant or revoke consent for data sharing with merchants nearby. Interesting. Data tokens. Today's consumer isn't looking for a singular product. They have differing needs, and that's what tokens have the opportunity to offer in this space, highlighting that crypto allows, and I'm replacing the word tokens or tokenization with crypto. Visa's spokesperson says crypto allows consumers to select their preferred payment method seamlessly, whether it's a debit card, credit card, or installment plan. Visa talks about the potential of tokenized payments. Let's go to the deep dive. Oh, wait, here's what Visa says. With tokens, with crypto, listen to what Visa says. Now, this article is 2024. Visa says this: we started this journey 10 years ago. What? And I think it's high time that this innovation now starts to get into the hands of everyday merchants. Let me tell you something. This whole Biden, Gensler, they slowed this thing all the way down. Visa, according to this article, got into tokenization in 2014. That's when Ripple started, 2014. Visa, we started this journey 10 years ago. There it goes. So all the way back in 2016, okay. And I think it's high time. They want everybody to get into this. Let's go to the deep dive in this because this is very interesting. This goes back 10 years. I wasn't really aware of that. Here is the Grok deep dive. It's a pretty small one. Visa's tokenized payment system. Visa started in 1958, and it was Bank America card. So Visa, Bank of America, came up with a card, and later that card turned into Visa, okay? I thought that was interesting. Its origins go to 1958. Bank America card is what it was called, a consumer credit program launched by Bank of America in the early 1970s. It rebranded to Visa in 1976. So for almost 20 years, it was called Bank America card. Let's see here. Now, this name comes up a lot. Coy Sheffield. Look at this right here. This guy, this name right here popped up. And that person is the Coy Sheffield person, vice president and head of Visa Crypto Labs. That guy is very, very interesting. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do a deep dive on him right now. Right meow. We'll get back to him later. He is a person of interest. Okay, we're going to creep in on him. So the Coy Sheffield person, now he started something called Trial Pay. He worked at something called, Visa had something called Trial Pay. It's all one word, like a court trial. TrialPay. Now, Visa bought that company in 2015, and that's when Visa started their journey of crypto right there in 2015 with a company called TrialPay. Okay. Now, I don't know if that company still exists, but Visa bought it in 2015. And then this guy also is involved in the digital dollar project. So here's the digital dollar project. And let's see if we can find out who is in that. Hyperledger, that's Stellar. Ripple and Stellar. Okay, fintech events, digital dollar project, Ripple, Stellar. Digital asset is involved. That's a Canton network right there. Kalido, TRM Labs. Hyperledger is involved in that. So that's IBM, and that's Stellar is on that project as well. Circle, Finality, Broadridge, Standard Chartered, a lot of these. So those are the main crypto companies that I saw involved in the digital dollar project. Bank of America, of course, they're all mixed up in that. Western Union, BDO Bank in the Philippines. I thought that one was interesting. Accenture is a massive Ripple partner, one of the biggest payment companies in the world. They're involved in the digital dollar project. But I didn't see like any other cryptos in this digital dollar project. I didn't see like the Chainlink or none of that stuff, just Ripple and Stellar, and that's pretty much it. And I'm sure there's others. I just didn't see it, is what I'm saying here. So let me click out of that. Go back to the deep dive. So we got this guy from Visa. Now let's look here at Visa. Let me go down a little bit more. So here we're looking at Visa and the 10 billion transactions they did 2 years ago. I'd say right now, you got the World Economic Forums all mixed up with Visa, with the digital dollar. This Coy Sheffield guy in the crypto labs, he's collaborating with all these people as well. Let me scroll down here. Visa's tokenization journey began 10 years ago with network tokens. Those are cryptographic substitutes for sensitive card data. What's Visa's target? So back 2 years ago when this article was, Visa had 29% of their payments done with crypto tokens. Their target was 70%. They want 70% of them done. I believe they've already met that goal. Visa's tokenized asset platform. Visa has a crypto platform. I'll let you know what it is here in a minute. I think we all know. But it allows banks and financial institutions to issue. We talked about Canton, Ripple, and Stellar as working in the digital dollar project. So Visa has a platform, a crypto platform for tokenization, and you can mint, burn, and transfer fiat-backed tokens. BBVA is a partner for Ethereum pilots. So now we got Ethereum in this. USD Circle. Let's look here. Okay. Visa's network supports blockchain, and it allows Ethereum, Solana, Avalanche, Stellar with Base, Polygon, Arc, and Canton network with Tempo. Tempo is a partner of Stripe. We all know Stripe is a massive Stellar partner. Those are the cryptos that Visa was working with. Blockchain partners. Now, who are there? Grok is showing me blockchain partners. We got Coinbase, Polygon Labs, Canton Network, Tenpo, which is a Stripe partner, Avalanche, Solana, and Stellar. Those are their actual partners that helped Visa make this. Of course, we got Yellow Card. I think that's out of Africa. It says Yellow Card is mixed up. So, I mean, Africa's hooked up. If we got Yellow Card, then Africa, that continent's hooked up. Connections, recent activity. Okay, yeah, you got Circle, Stripe, and 9 public chains. That's who Visa hooked up with. Let me click out of this. And we're going to the next title, Tempo. Let's look up Tempo, Tempo. They're a Stripe partner. Tempo is a purpose-built layer 1 blockchain optimized for stablecoin real-world business-to-business tokenization. It has incubated by payments giant Stripe. Now, back in the day, Stripe bought 1 out of 25 Stellar Lumens, just saying. At one point, Stripe wanted to buy Ripple. Let's keep going here. Now, Tempo, who's Tempo working with? Because Tempo is working with Stripe, involved with this digital dollar and Visa tokenization and all that. Stripe's heavily involved, Sequoia Capital Investments. Oh, we got somebody from MIT involved here. What if it's Gary Gensler? Stripe has deep collaborations with Stripe. So Visa is in really, really deep with Stripe. And they're not talking about Ripple here, but I'll show you. They probably have a separate blockchain for Ripple. Or maybe it's all built on the Ripple platform. You never know. I'll show you here in a minute the evidence why I believe it is. They had a test net, 2026. A built-in DEX. Oh, lovely. That's the Ripple Liquidity Hub right there. Automated market maker. Oh, there we go. For predictable US dollar. Yep. I am almost positive this is all Ripple also. They're just not mentioning it. Ethereum virtual machine. Stablecoin. Chainlink CCIP integration. Stablecoin native built-in DEX for stables and tokenized deposits. You got Chainlink for integration. There is no Tempo token. There is no Tempo token. If you see it and you buy it, you just got your cheeks clapped. Let's see here. Exhaustive. Look what we got here. Who are the banks involved in this? Deutsche Bank, UBS, Cross River Bank. Let me show you. I'm going to do a copy paste just so you can see it for your own eyes. Ripple's involved with this. The Ripple technology is involved. Ripple doesn't have to have a partnership in here. Okay, Cross River Bank. Here's your first evidence. They use Ripple. Cross River Bank uses Ripple. There's your evidence right there. Let me post that. There you go. What does the title say? Cross River Bank to integrate Ripple for real-time payments. That's 2014. Cross River has been a Ripple partner for 12 years. They are involved with Visa's token right here. Now, the article shows Zodia Custody. Well, Standard Chartered Bank has something called Zodia Custody, and that's Ripple. So now here's 2 pieces of evidence that this Visa is using for tokenization, Ripple technology. Here's your evidence there. Standard Chartered backed Zodia Custody joins Ripple-owned Medico. When was this? 2023. So yes, Standard Chartered with Ripple Tech, along with Cross River Bank. Visa's using Ripple technology. There's your evidence there. Let's keep going through here. Up, and the next paragraph starts talking about DoorDash. Let me show you here. DoorDash is a Fiserv partner. Fiserv, they're using Ripple technology. I'll show you the evidence here. So there's a little paragraph showing you DoorDash right in there. DoorDash. In here, Fiserv. This was all done. Fiserv executive opens up on the Walmart DoorDash partnership. So now we know that Fiserv is a DoorDash partner. And here's my evidence that here's Ripple. When Ripple first started, I was showing this online for almost 3 years and nobody else had it. There was somebody that showed us. Go to this at the 19-second mark. Go to Ripple Labs, meet the team. Ripple Labs, meet the team. We got right here, Fiserv, Apple, Boku, Elon, and guess what? Fiserv right there. Ripple brought somebody over from Fiserv. This is when Ripple first started. Somebody from NASA, the Space Administration, was working at Ripple. Somebody from Microsoft, oh, the New York Fed. And look, the National Security, and I can't say agency, was there too. Oh, interesting. So there's all your connections there. Now, Visa, look right here. Visa bought $250 million worth of Ripple technology. Look at that right there. So now I think it's pretty clear that Visa is using Ripple as well. There's your first one. Here's your second one. Visa spends $950 million on Ripple technology. There you go right there. So even though they didn't mention it in the Grok search, I think it's pretty clear to everybody it's Ripple. There's your Stripe, DoorDash connections. Let's go through here. Chainlink. Up, Redstone. Redstone is a crypto. They're involved with Visa in doing this. Here's your evidence here. Caleb and Brown has Redstone. I own it there. There's your evidence of Redstone. Look at what I just sent you right there. Redstone for oracles. There you go. Ta-da. What's the next crypto? They're using Crypto Hulk. Let's take a look, see if I find any more. So all these are very buyable coins. Everything's cheap right now. All these coins are cheap. You won't find them like this. Once these laws pass, forget it. So I'm showing you today what cryptos are involved in Visa's tokenization that they've been doing now for at least 2 to 3 years at a minimum. Redstone for Oracle. Again, Stripe, Stellar goes with Stripe. Solana keeps popping up with Ethereum. And that is that. Let me check these comments here. Already bought too much. I'm still holding. Societe, here is our... Oh, let's look at that Coy Sheffield guy, and let's figure out what he's all about. Let me do a little deep dive here. He leads the global crypto product team with Visa. He used to work at TrialPay. He holds a BA degree in sociology. Now, that's interesting. That sure don't sound like a tech person to me. You might have just did that for fun, because that's like a useless degree, actually. Sheffield's leadership. What is his goal? His goal is moving VisaNet elements on chain for faster 24/7. That's what he's doing. You know what? I think Visa's probably already done. That tokenization shit was like 2 years ago. They're at 30%. They're done. They've met their goal at 70% or more. We're all just waiting on the crypto regs. That's what I'm seeing here. At least with this Visa. Okay. Oh, we got Canton coin popping up again. Man, that sucker's always coming up, you guys. I don't purposely try to find it. It's just Canton coin is cray-cray. There it is. I gave you the quote. Let's see what Grok says. I asked Grok about any blockchain. The Coy Sheffield guy at Visa, who's running Visa's project, Visa operates validators and infrastructure across production blockchain. Key examples of Visa's validators and infrastructure. Anchor/super validator. Visa is an anchor and super validator on the Canton network. Visa is an actor validator on the Tempo Stripe Paradigm Layer 1. Visa has integrations with Ethereum and Solana. Okay, let's keep going. Blockchain infrastructure. Let me show you again what my Grok is showing. Canton coin pops up again. Blockchain infrastructure. Canton is the first major payments company as a super validator. Tempo is an anchor validator with Stripe and Paradigm and a potential circle. Lightspark is mentioned. Visa acts as the bridge and allows banks and financial institutions to use stable coins. Are you hearing this? Visa acts as a bridge, allowing, not will allow. It's already doing it. These banks, listen, everybody, they're already using these stable coins already for years. This is why I'm reading this article right now. I'm sure this is like 2 years ago. But right now, this is current, this Grok. Visa acts as the bridge, allowing banks and financial institutions to use stablecoins for settlement while tapping Visa's merchant network. Whoa. Here's what Grok says, institutional demand drives growth. And they're talking about stablecoin linked. Once this green light happens, once they get these crypto laws, I'm telling you what, everybody, this is looking like it's about to get serious. That's why they're holding it back, I think, because they know it's going to happen. This thing is going to let loose. Okay, that's it for this the Coy Sheffield person. We got 15 minutes left. Let's go with the last article here. Société Générale to scale blockchain infrastructure. Let me show you this article right here. This is big, right? Now, Société Générale, I can't tell you, but it's mixed up with that certain family we can't talk about, like the Roth, and I can't say child. Oh, man. This Société Générale Bank is so in deep with that family. Société Générale is the fully let me look at the article here first. Societe Generale to scale blockchain-based infrastructure. There you go. This is like 1 day ago news. Societe Generale, Ripple partner, by the way, has announced it will accelerate the they're going to accelerate, speed it up, everybody. They are speeding this up. I've never really seen that too much. They're always postponing shit. Now all of a sudden they're speeding it up. Societe Generale will accelerate the development of institutional blockchain-based financial infrastructure on the Canton net. There it comes up again. Let me do a copy paste. Well, you already got the article right there, but in case you don't have the article, there it is. Canton Network, son of a bitch, man. Makes you want to make sure you got that coin, don't you? They're going to accelerate development of the institutional blockchain-based infrastructure on the Canton Network, facilitated by its digital asset subsidiary, Societe Generale Forge. Societe Generale will join Canton as an ecosystem super validator. Oh, shit. Which will see it support the global synchronizer. I like that. I like this. I got Canton kind of getting a little stiffy and is representative of its commitment to contributing to the development of institutional grade use cases. Oh my God. The initiative will be predominantly focused on tokenized collateral. That's awesome. On-chain financing and institutional grade digital settlement solutions. Building on the company's prior work on Canton, including its tokenized U.S. bond issuance. The article talks about a growing institutional demand for more efficient, secure, and compliant market infrastructure. There's a growing demand, institutional demand for crypto. Good crypto, everybody. That's why I bought Canton, because it's an institutional coin. The Canton Network is badass. Let's go to the deep dive here real quick. Societe Generale was founded in 1864. One of France's largest banks. Oh, France. Isn't that interesting? Let's go with this one again. XRPL. Why is France involved? Well, it's this French government controls the XRP Ledger Foundation. There's your evidence for that. France, Paris, France. Let's read the fourth paragraph down. The XRP Ledger Foundation will operate under French law with the Paris Court of Appeals having jurisdiction. Oh, shit, Crypto Hulk. Those Frenchies. You notice how Ripple never really talked about that? I mean, I don't know. I've been following Ripple. They've never really discussed why they're allowing Paris, France to take over the XRP ledger. Make any sense? No, it doesn't. No, unless Crypto Hulk is right and the top 5 families of the world are really controlling shit, then that would make sense. I told you so. I already lost one channel because I talked about a particular investment bank. I talked about this investment bank, and YouTube literally wiped out the channel. So now I've learned I can't talk about that certain bank. And certain people control the world, and they're watching Crypto Hulk channel, and then bam, they zap my fucking Crypto Hulk channel. I'm like, son of a bitch, man. So I've never heard of that happen to any other channel. I've been in crypto a lot. 6 years now. I've never heard of that at all. Just midstream talking about crypto and whoop, they deleted the channel. I'm like, son of a bitch. Yep. They know Crypto Hulk is on. They don't do that to these other people because these other people, I'm not even get into it. It's a fucking joke. Okay. Let's look here at the deep dive on Societe Generale. Societe Generale track record includes pioneering tokenized security issuances in Europe since 2019. Oh, looky right here. Societe Generale has the first United States digital bond on the Canton network. Oh, shit. Right there. First United States bond issued on the Canton network. Oh, shit, Crypto Hulk. Look, it just keeps coming up. The Canton network, I'm just letting you know. I'm going deep on that. The article announces Societe Generale acceleration. It's acceleration of institutional blockchain infrastructure on the Canton network. It keeps coming up again. Key elements, super validators, supporting Canton's global synchronizer, accepting tokenized assets as collateral, acting as repo counterparty. Oh, you got to love it. Stablecoins on Canton. They've got the EUR. Oh, God. Now they got two. Societe Generale has two stable coins. The EURCV, which is the Euro coin vertible, and the US dollar coin vertible. Those stable coins are on what platform? Canton Network. Why? For collateral mobility. Very, very awesome. I'm sure glad I bought that. I'm sure glad Crypto Hawk was talking about Canton Coin before any other YouTube influencer anywhere in the world. And Crypto Hawk fans were buying Canton Network before any other channel. Just letting you know. It's straight up fact. Fact-based channel. This is the latest in a series of Canton-related moves and multi-chain stablecoin expansions. Well, let me scroll down here. Societe Generale Forge. Okay, evolved. So the Societe Generale evolved to stablecoin issuance, EURCV, it evolved to a multi-chain US dollar CV in 2025 with BNY Mellon, and now it's deep Canton network integration. There you go. They started off with one thing, and then they ended up going to Canton. Gotta love it. The multi-chain coin vertible is Ethereum, Solana, XRP Ledger with Stellar. So right now, that's what they're running, with more planned. Now, who are the partnerships, the exclusive partnerships of Societe Generale? Canton Network, Broadridge, BNY Mellon, Consensus/MetaMask, Swift, DRW, which we just talked about this morning. I did a deep dive on that this morning. Told you all the cryptos involved with that. Let's keep going. Canton's design preserves. Canton's design preserves TradeFi and legal structures while adding on-chain efficiency. This is a high signal, low risk milestone. Milestone is something massive that just happened. Low risk. Societe Generale is executing a clear regulation first strategy to bring tokenized collateral financing and settlement into production on the Canton network using its own convertible stablecoins. So Canton has their own stablecoins, and Societe Generale has their own stablecoins, and they're utilizing Canton network to run it on. Very interesting. It validates institutional demand. Institutional demand, everybody. This is where this is ending up. I don't know what's taking so long, but I'm ready to go. And I'm seeing here, I'm in the right cryptos. I know I am. I'm reading it right here. It's a good feeling to know when you watch Crypto Hulk Show that you're on the right page. I got a lot of brand new people, and they're worried, oh, do I have the right one, this and that? And then that's when they get a membership. You know, yes, I'm plugging the membership because Brett, the new guy I talked to today, he doesn't know. He has no idea. That's why he joined up. He doesn't have to join every month. If he wants to just join and quit after a month, I don't even care. I'm trying to make sure he don't get wrecked. If he goes and buys off shit on his own, he's going to get fucking destroyed. So that's where I come in for a brand new person. Join for a month. Let me walk you through it and stuff. Get set up, quit. You know, you want to join a month later, 2 months later, stay joined. I don't care. It's what's best for you. All right. But some of you guys try to ask me trick questions too. I think one of you guys asked it on here. Do you want 5,000 Canton or like 200,000 Zebek or something? Somebody asked me, like, damn, that's a tough one. I'll take a second helping of Canton, please. Thanks, Hulk. Says Robert Driscoll. Robbie, Bob, Bobby. There he is. D. Curry. He's a paid, I think he's a $500 member, but he might be I think he's the $500 member. All the news on Canton token. I'll be fucking glad when the news on the T-Rise token. So just so you brand new people know, T-Rise, let me go under CoinGecko. You cannot buy this on Caleb and Brown, unfortunately. But that's why I'm going to show you it here. I would highly suggest to my friends, I'm not telling you, well, I'm actually high, so I'd highly suggest, so that makes sense. I'd highly suggest that my friends buy the T-Rise token. And hold on a minute there, buddy. Now look at this article. Why buy T-Rise? You need to buy the fuck out of T-Rise because look right here. Oh, man. The Canadian government, the Canada backs, this is from the T-Rise website, Canada backs advanced tokenization when they gave them $3 million funding. This right here, T-Rise and École de Technologie Supérieure are proud to announce that the Industrial Research Chair in Tokenization, leadership of Professor Kawen Zhang, has secured over $3 million. And we're talking about Rise token here, everybody. You can go through this article. That's Rise right there. And let's look here. Here is the Canton network, and they are partnered up with T-Rise. There's all the connections right there. So no matter how big you think Canton's going to get, Rise does the tokenization of real estate. Here's a Canton page right here. T-Rise Group strengthens leadership with institutional tokenization of structured financial products. T-Rise, a Canadian fintech firm. There we go. The Canadian government's involved with T-Rise. You have a government. Think about this. You've got a government involved in this crypto company called T-Rise, folks. That right there is massive when a government backs you up. In institutional grade is deepening its integration with the Canton network as a validator node operator. T-Rise is a Canton partner. They are a network validator. They tokenize real estate. Just want to let you know, property, Canton partners, T-Rise, Canadian government's mixed up in this. Canton is mixed up with the biggest fucking companies in the entire world. DTCC and 600 other massive financial institutions. T-Rise is going to be massive. All right. We're at the 1 hour and 15 second mark. We are done with the show. And I will see you all in the next one. I don't know if I'm doing an AM show. I have no idea. Tomorrow is Monday, so it'll be Monday morning. I don't have any news right now. I got to either, if I don't find some, I might not have any. So that'll be it. I'll see y'all in the next one. I'm going to turn the show over to the next level.